Alright, so received a very positive message from one of the supporters that's been supporting me for a long time. And the nice thing about this guy, he's always sending me positive message all the time. And especially with what I do, because I'm so controversial and I speak on so many topics. You know, I get a lot of hate, but the positivity really helps me. So I want to share this guy's message, you know, just to kind of put more positivity in the FMK channel and to let people know that the positive is very important, and I don't want to just expose the negative, I want to expose the positive, because positivity is very important to me. Alright, so here he says, "Greetings, Teacher Lee. Your martial brother Al has been very busy over the past couple of months, but I still check out your videos when I have time. They're all great. I see you continue the mission of keeping society informed on the pros and cons of martial arts. Your children look great. You are training them early, and that is best. That is your future. You are pouring your knowledge into them. Brandon looks like your twin. It looks like he's going to be tall. The way that you are training them, they will virtually be untouchable in hand-to-hand combat situations as they get older. It's great that you're training your daughter, Angelina. My daughter got jumped when she was 16 years old by 4 girls after school, off school grounds, because they were jealous of her. I had trained her in the basics of self-defense in the event that anyone tried to take advantage of her. She was about 5'2" inches tall at the time, about 115 pounds. She told us about it when she got home from school. We asked her, 'How are you? Are you okay?' Her answer was, 'Do you see any scars or bruises on me?' We said no. My daughter said, 'You all should see these 4 girls. They won't be bothering me again.' Had she not been taught how to defend herself, they may have harmed her. We cannot be with our children 24 hours a day to protect them. Therefore, we must teach them how to defend themselves against adversity. Teacher Lee, you are doing a great job in training your children. They're also blessed to have a father like you. Teacher Lee, I just want to let you know that I'm still around and the activities in my profession have increased, but you will still be hearing from me when I have the time to view your powerful videos. And of course, you'll always have my support. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good work." So it's a very nice message, very encouraging, and I'm very thankful, you know, that I get this positive energy from people, because it really helps me to continue to do what I'm doing and to, you know, to basically overcome that negative energy that tries to take me over. You know, he mentions something very important, you know, about teaching children, you know what I mean? I know a lot of the videos in the past I mentioned, like, you know, children aren't for the martial arts and things of that nature, but I really think it really boils down to, like, you know, who they're learning from and whether or not they have the respect for the person that they're learning from. If they respect the person that they're learning from, children could be great for the martial arts. You know, I mean, they could learn better than many adults. And just think about, like, how, you know, children, you know, there's always been said that children learn language a lot better than adults. Adults have a hard time learning a second language, but children have an easier time to learn multiple languages. And also, it's also clear that children are just naturally flexible. Adults, you know, if you don't stretch for a very long time, then it's going to be very hard to develop flexibility later on in life, because you've gone for so long without stretching. So children that start stretching early on, it could really benefit them in the future as well. As far as strength training is concerned, children have to be careful with that, because it can potentially stunt their growth, you know, so there should not be too much of emphasis on strength training. As far as combative training is concerned, like hand-to-hand combat and even with weapons, it's like training the muscle memory. And children that learn at an early age, it could give them a huge advantage on just having the natural reflexes and being able to move properly and precisely and having the proper body coordination. It's like basically like dancing. And children, they're more natural at dancing than adults. Adults are too self-conscious. So really, you know, it really depends on the child and it depends on the teacher. And there has to be a nice relationship between the teacher and the child. There has to be that respect. The children have to be able to listen. Children or adults. If adults don't listen and children don't listen, then they can't learn. No matter if you're children, or no matter if you're a child and an adult. So it depends on the child, depends on the teacher. But he does mention something very important, you know what I mean? I think children, like, out of everybody, they may have to use hand-to-hand combat. They may have the strongest likelihood of utilizing hand-to-hand combat techniques than adults, because children, they're not really governed by the law like the way adults are. It's kind of governed a lot. There's a lot of bullying that occurs in school, and a lot of, like, you know, a lot of negative, like, verbal altercations, a lot of, like, just trashing on people's confidence as they're growing up by like this bullying mentality. And Ken, stop it. So, you know, people do get jealous quite often, especially in high school and even before, and there's a strong likelihood that a child, a teenager, can just get attacked for no reason. I know that fights happen very often in high school and junior high, and you know, combative training could be very important for the people that get bullied, you know, and helping the people that get bullied to have confidence in themselves and not, like, let other people, like, dictate their lives and control their lives and prevent them from growing to be, like, strong, mature human beings. You know, so he brings up a point that is very relevant. You know, I think that the right children should learn, and the people that are not right, the people that are bullies, the teacher should be able to identify these bullies and not teach them. So if a teacher encounters a bully, he should either not teach him, or the individual has to learn to have respect for the teacher in order to grow to not become a bully any longer. So those are, you know, some of my feedback when I think about his message. But you know, depending on the children that I teach, sometimes if I'm teaching the right children, it's very fun. You know, it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable teaching anybody, child or adult, when you could feel that they truly appreciate the teachings and that they truly listen, and you know, they truly have that respect. You know, then it's enjoyable teaching a child or an adult. That's what I've experienced. I don't like teaching bullies. I don't like teaching people that don't appreciate what I have to share, and people that are trying to challenge me and things of that nature. I don't like teaching those people. So, as far as my thoughts on teaching children, as I stated, it depends on the child, you know, and whether or not they are ready to learn, and whether or not they actually respect the teacher.